why do we never talk about the fact that the last chapter of Naruto is narrated by Sasuke? And I'm gonna read it to you, and it's one of the most gayest shit ever. I can't believe we never talk about this. So after the last fight, it's when Sakura comes in and heals them, and Kakashi's there too, and they're all like sad and crying, and Sasuke looks at Naruto and starts narrating. This is what he says. Naruto, at this time I recalled those words you said once here before. How when you're with me, you wonder if this is what it's like to have a brother. That feeling of yours. I think I finally get what you meant. As I travel far and wide across the world, I often reflect back on those days. We started out as lonely brats, starved for love and fostering hate. We chose different paths to walk and battle each other. But now that time has passed, it's just like how I came to feel father, mother, and my brother Itachi's pain and emotions. I'll now start knowing your pain and feelings too, Naruto. You never cut me off. In fact, you kept trying to get close to me. You could have justifiably come charging at me with hatred, but you never stopped calling me your friend, even though I tried to sever those feelings myself. And then he says goodbye to Kakashi and Sakura, and then the scene where Naruto gives him the headband. You stopped me as a friend, even at the cost of your hand, and I was saved thanks to you. We were insignificant little things who used to clash, and now we're able to claim each other's pain. Very interesting quote. And after seeing the world via my travels, I believe this concept can be applied to even bigger things than just us. But it's not something that can be done as easily as you were able to. I never assumed it would be simple, just like it was never with the two of us, especially with something so big. It's kind of like a prayer to keep enduring until it comes to be no matter what. And to those whom that task falls on, perhaps that's what it means to be a ninja. I think this quote is literally Sasuke forever and ever debunking their brothers comments. He literally reflects back on those feelings as an adult, and he's thinking about what did Naruto mean. Sasuke kept asking him always, what do you mean when you mean I'm your friend? What do you mean? What do you mean? And even though Naruto gave him an answer like, oh, it's because you're my friend, it was never satisfying to Sasuke, because Sasuke kept asking why. What does it mean to you? And I think as years go and Sasuke is either telling the story to someone or just reminiscing about this time, he realizes, because he says looking back at these memories, I think I know what you meant now, because you said you were as if you had a brother, maybe that's what you thought, or because you're my friend. But no, he does not say, oh, it's because you are like my brother, it's because you are like my friend. He just says, I understand your feelings now. Why wouldn't he just say, it's because you are like my brother. Yes, it's because you are my friend.
Okay, so what you were trying to say is if we man show some emotions, we are gay. You missed the entire point of that scene. Sasuke didn't understand why Naruto kept wanting to save him, like what you're doing now in the video. If he was in Naruto's shoes, he wouldn't have gone to such lengths to save his friend. In fact, most of us wouldn't. We would just watch our friend crush and burn. But when you see a guy like Naruto not giving up on his friends, you guys call them gay because you can't imagine doing the same for your friends or siblings. Naruto teaches us that we should fight for the relationships that we have built over time. Some it best to not give up on them, because when shit hits the fan you would want someone by your side, through the hard times too, so you don't feel like you're alone when the time comes. And when Sasuke shed tears after Naruto had told him it was because he was his friend. It was realizing that he did have a friend after convincing himself so many years that he didn't have any bonds or friends. People who really cared about him. People would go that far for him. It was real happiness that he felt. Some of you will never understand this feeling.
I learned something really recently that I didn't think I would get to experience. When I started YouTube, you know, it was for fun, obviously. And when it started taking off, that was pretty cool. But something came of it that I never thought would ever come of it. My viewers. And I know a lot of people are different, but my viewers would message me and talk to me. And I have people that have been in my community for a long time. And they've become, you know, real friends. But now, granted, that's the point of this whole video, is the fact that I didn't consider it that way. You know, they were the people from my YouTube community. You know, and the people in my actual life, you know, I don't have any friends in real life. So I talk to these people on Discord. I talk to these people on Instagram. I talk to these people on Twitter. And I talk to them regularly, you know. Well, recently, we had a meetup, guys. We went to Orlando with 16 people, maybe, all from my channel. And that's about probably the first day of this meetup with some truly fandamtastic people. About a day into this meetup, maybe about a day into it, I learned something that inadvertently that I didn't think I would learn. And I learned that these people that chose to come to this get together with me I learned that they were my real friends. I'm sorry.
As touching as this is, does this sound like somebody who sounds like they don't need nobody in their life? That they thriving by themselves? I'm just saying, I've never watched this video, but I didn't know it would turn out like this. But this is what I'm talking about. When you live without something you think you find, and then it hits you and you have like a wave of emotions. I'm happy for him, because like, you know, you don't expect videos like this to seemingly go well. But I think there's a lot of people suffering who haven't had this revelation yet. And some who unfortunately may never have it, and that makes me sad.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what Sasuke's mentality was like. He tried his best to cut people off, but couldn't cut off Naruto, and his emotions ended up pouring out of him. And people like her call him gay. What sense does that make?
Yo, what you're telling me nonsense, man. Come on. You talking rubbish.